Maxshine is a company that makes all sorts of different tools and accessories that you could ever want for all of your detailing needs. Now, many of you know I love their M15 polisher. This is the M15 Pro. Absolutely love this thing. If I'm using a corded polisher, this is the one I go with. Fantastic quality to value ratio here. Now I put this thing through all sorts of torture every day, getting used, just getting tossed around, and they hold up. They're fantastic polishers. Along with that, one of the main questions that I get on the channel is, especially my old studio, I'm filming in my new studio now, but I always have these bottle organizers behind me, and people are constantly asking me, hey, where do you get those? The answer, Maxshine. So in today's video, we're gonna be touching on some of the new products that they have. This is actually stuff that they announced last SEMA show, so almost a year ago, because SEMA's coming up first week of November. This is stuff that they announced back then. It's in stock now, it's all ready to go. I actually just did an order with them to buy a bunch of new stuff, new bottle holders, new accessories, because I wanted to build out the garage the way I like it, and I love using their stuff for that, especially the bottle holders are fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump into this and touch on the brand new items first, and then we'll just go into some of the other stuff that I think are cool points to talk about. So right off the bat, guys, we have new brushes. And the coolest thing, I mean, brushes are, there's no crazy technology here or updates, but they do have different bristles, and they did a fantastic job with the color and kind of usability, the grips and everything else on these. So I really, really like these. We have synthetic bristles, we have boar's hair bristles, then we have ultra soft as well. So I love these things, they're fantastic. Now they come in different sizes as well. You can usually do small, medium, and large. I just get medium across the board. That's kind of just, I find it's the easiest. Now another one that I love is their ultra soft, or it was called the ESS. Extremely soft, I don't know what it was called, but so now they have this one, the ultra soft, and I think they still have the other one as well, but I wanted to try this one just to see how they work. So this is my first time opening this thing, so we're doing this together here. But as you can see, the packaging is fantastic. It comes in a nice sleeve. Then it is all saran wrapped up here as well. We just twist that off, and yeah, this thing's like super, super soft, really just like a makeup brush that my wife has, but really, really fantastic, kind of a contoured shape to the top. And then again, the grips and everything else just looks super, super cool with these. And guys, I want to remind you that I do have a discount code with Maxshine, so if you're interested in any of the stuff you see, I'll have it all linked in the description for you, but you can browse their site. If you use code I'mJoshV15, you'll save 15% off of your order, so keep that in mind. Now, going on from the brushes, we do have a couple of brush holders. They actually have quite a good variation. I got two of them. So this one's just all lined up, and you can just hang them right on there nice and easy. So these are great for me personally in my work van, because in the past, they've had these, and these are great as well, but they take up more space. With something like this, it's just really easy where I can just put it at the very top of my van door, put it there, hang them, and everything's out of the way and really, really nice. However, for in the shop area here, I'm gonna be using these ones because these are really cool. You can line all your brushes up like so. And then also they have this down here so you can actually hang bottles off the bottom. So you have kind of a double storage solution here, which I really, really like. Now, moving on from there, since we talked about a bottle holder, let's move on to the new Maxshine bottles. Tons of people, when I did my original video at SEMA last year, they had these on display. Again, they're available now. And a lot of people were like, hey, what about these things? Because they look awesome. They look kind of like an IK sprayer. And they're fantastic. I think they're a 20, let's see, I think it was a 20, it says 25 ounce. Whoops. So a 25 ounce bottle. Sorry about that. Anyways, they come with chemical resistant sprayers. They're kind of color matched for whatever you need. Let's see here. They all come with a gray and red trigger on the red, gray, and black, and then for the yellow, it comes with a black and gray trigger. But they're fantastic. The triggers work really, really well. I've been using these things, and they spray a nice fine mist. I haven't had any issue with clogging on them. I don't use anything that's super viscous. Even my tire dressings are typically, I get sprayable versions, so I don't have to worry about that. But as you can see, they are color coordinated, which I really, really like because you can separate your chemicals without having to label, as long as you know what you're doing. And then they do obviously have labeling areas in the back, but easy recognition for me. If I'm working and I need my, I need a all-purpose cleaner, I know what color that's in, I can just grab it and go. So super, super easy and very recognizable from a distance. So that's them. They also have little grips on the bottom, which are really, really nice. These are interesting to me. So when we talk about bottle holders, that's these guys here. And this is what everyone always asks me about. They have 3 different sizes. They have a 16-ounce bottle size, which is this one. They have a 32-ounce bottle size, which is this one. And then they have a 34-ounce bottle size, which is this one here, which is basically made for the wider bottles that are out there, like the IKs. This is that little mini IK that has a weighted straw so that it always stays in the solution. And these IK sprayers are fantastic as well. But as you can see, these fit in there nicely versus, you know, even your basic 32-ounce ones, it's too wide of a base for it to fit. So they made ones specifically for that. Oh, and my mistake, guys. I thought I had bought 16-ounce ones. This is actually a 32 as well. So, but anyways, one thing to note with these bottles, and this is a little bit confusing for me. I think they may have messed up here. I think they should have made these to fit into those 32-ounce bottles really, really easily. And they don't. They fit, but they don't fit easily. Like you can negotiate it in there, but it's not as easy as it should be. You kind of have to force it in. But a simple fix is if on these bottle holders, you're able to just remove this little red liner. It's just a little gasket here, super easy, just pulls right off. And then these slide in nice and easy. So just keep that in mind. If you do order this setup, and then you're like, man, these don't fit very well. Well, that's the trick. Just remove that sleeve, and then they slide in very, very nicely. Now, back to these bottles. These things retail for, I can't remember exactly, $12.99 or $13.99? $13.99. Full transparency here, guys. I like them a lot, but the tried and true kind of proven IK sprayers are right in that same price point. If I have to do a recommendation, I'd probably go that way just because those have been around forever, and they're the originals. With these, when you use my discount code, they come in just under 12 bucks, so then you're getting a better deal. So it's real. I'll leave it up to you guys. The IKs, I think, hold a little bit more capacity. These ones are a little bit more expensive with that weighted straw, I think 14 or 15 bucks. But again, they're really, really great trigger sprayers as well. So I'll leave that up to you guys. I really, really do like the color variation though. For the reasons that I said before, it's recognizable. I don't have to read the label. I can just go grab, I know, all-purpose cleaners in my yellow, boom, and get to work. Now this is a new item as well. And if you're just looking at it here, you're gonna be like, what the heck is that for? But for the dryer that they have that I use all the time, I absolutely love. That's exactly what this is for. You can actually mount it on your wall. It sits in there perfectly. I'll put up a picture of it here for you because this is not doing it any justice. But very, very cool piece here as well. Now we're gonna move on to a couple of random items. And these aren't new, but just, I think, notable items. They're just your dressing applicators, and they have 2 different options. They have a rectangular one, and the reason I like these is, for me personally, I usually just use a microfiber pad for my tire dressing, but I like that this comes with a container where you can hold it in place. So it pops out, right? You have your nice little foam applicator. Apply your tire dressing, slide it back in here. Obviously, yes, this is gonna get nasty in here, but you can always clean that out, but it preserves everything else. So I really, really like that. And then they also have another option here, same story, just a circular version that is contoured as well. So really, really nice. It'll fit the side of your tire. And so just depending on which one you want, if you want a circle or a rectangle, they have both of those. Again, the storage I think is the coolest part of them. That's why I really, really like these. Also, they did revamp their chemical line. I just have some of the polishes here. I have their all-in-one, which I actually like quite a bit. That's a polish and protectant. And then they have the new Shine Max Polish and Cut Max Compound. I've played with this one a little bit. So far, so good. So far, I really like it. Perfectly honest, I have not done anything with the cut yet. I will be, but I just ordered these because I knew I want to test them out and really see. So far, the Shine Max, I didn't notice any heavy dusting, and then wipe off was very, very easy. And those are the kind of the 2 biggest concerns for me. Obviously, they need to do the job. They actually need to polish and cut. They did that as well, but the 2 biggest factors that it can make your polishing experience terrible is if it dusts a lot and then doesn't wipe off. This seemed to do both very, very well. And last but not least, guys, we have a new ceramic coating, a ceramic graphene coating. This is the Graphene Max Coating. So they've had the graphene ceramic, which I absolutely love. It has a long work time. So a lot of people will ask me, hey, you know, where should I start with the ceramic coating? And this is always on that list because it's so easy to work with. It has a long flash time. So usually ceramic coatings will either sweat or rainbow. This one rainbows, and it gives you a long time to work with it. So I really like that. The new one is the Graphene Max, and this one has an extended, I believe it's they rate this as a 10H coating, which I don't know how that works, guys. There's tons of coatings on the market that list it as a 10H. Usually, I think that scale only goes to 9H, so I guess just it's better than what the scale reads. I don't know, but they also list it as 9+ years of protection at 10H versus this one, ceramic coating, they also list at 10H hardness and 7 years of protection. Now, I will say this graphene one, the original, I've used on Bentleys, I've used on Rolls Royces, and it's fantastic. I have the confidence in using it on that because I've used it on other cars, and the hydrophobic properties are phenomenal. I really, really like it. So with that said, I am very, very excited to try out this new Graphene Max Coating. I'll do a video on this at some point. But again, same kind of deal here on the kit. You get the ceramic itself. I believe this is, yeah, 60 mils. So, and as you can see, whenever it's graphene, you want to shake it up just so it doesn't separate. But you can see it's a darker color. So we have that. We have applicators. And then we also have gloves. So you really get everything you need. Now guys, there's tons of other stuff that Maxshine has come out with that I don't have featured here. This is just the initial order that I did for my shop here. So I wanted to touch base on these. Again, the biggest points of takeaway here that people have asked me about, the brushes, the bottle, the sprayers, the organization obviously is a huge thing. And then the new graphene is the other biggest thing. So really quickly, I do want to touch on their polisher holders. These things are awesome. You've seen them in my other videos as well. Really, really cool. And then this is their newest one. And it's awesome, especially for us in the mobile detailing business where we're limited on space in our vans. The footprint on this thing, as you can see, is tiny. Now, obviously the polisher is longer, but this one's awesome. It just sits in place. Wrap up your cord there, you're good to go, and it's not taking up the whole area in a van, right? It's just a nice small spot, so I really like these as well. So that's it, guys. That is it for today's video. I hope that's helpful. I know it's just a quick kind of run through of some of the new Maxshine stuff, but again, the bottles, I really, really like them. Value-wise, they're right there with the other ones that have been around forever, so just use that knowledge to whatever you want to do. I really do like these though. I think they're fantastic. And again, if you do use my code, then these come into a better price than all those other ones. So keep that in mind. That new Graphene Max Coating I'm really excited about. And then the new brushes, man. I really think that they just look phenomenal. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.